The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his pass incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
In trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They go play action with Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ready?
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. And a huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Hurts going to keep it again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Okay, ready? Come back in. Come back in. Second line Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Warriors 17. 10 to 11. 10 to 11.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. And this offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Uchenna Nwosu now with his second sack here on opening night. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regulars.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
From the 29, Hurts. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Let's go now.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now Geno on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And some room to maneuver. Finding room at midfield. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 30 yards. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They try the left side here with Williams. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, 34 yards. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Check down here for Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Williams going to get it again on second down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, set.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's the option going right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Block at the man in motion. Now on 2nd and 13. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an intercept, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these off.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Being chased out left. He's going to look downfield for Henry. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's complete. It's Okurogunam. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are back within a score. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. Hurts will throw. And that's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second down, they go again with Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's got room. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A
seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. His record-setting ball game just continues. I mean, we're getting into silly territory here. He is closing in on 400 yards. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. on stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome.
You see, it's two types of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby.